Hey you Skellywags! Today we're looking at these guys, the Cult of San Reja, Jack, Ailie and Neil. Brand new figures with brand new molds from Joytoy. Some of the most anticipated figures since seeing the prototypes a few months ago. Let's see what all the fuss is all about.
Shut up and sit down.
So here's everything all laid out, with a few bits that were easy to taken off, and I've left a few bits on that may be a bit difficult, so maybe put back on there. I'll explain as we go along. We'll start off with Jack. Here is Jack, one I've been most looking forward to, the first of the prototypes we saw. And look at that head. Body as well, maybe a strange cut, the abs are, but I do like that sort of slim look, does suit the figure. It's been said time and again that these do have that kind of Borderlands type vibe, the Wastelands, Mad Max kind of feel. They're all brand new here. Really like. Paint apps are done well. His head goes all the way around and moves quite well there. No neck movement. Arm goes up to only about there. Just a little disappointing. All the way around though. That looks like it can be removed. This here, there's the bend. Also goes all the way around. This bit I think you could take off as well. Seems like maybe they're not stuck on, but due to the paint apps they're in place. Hand move the normal way all the way around in that ball. But yeah, feels good, solid. Movement up here, but not as much as you think there would be really. How slim he is. Note that there is a hole on the back there, which Joytoy don't normally do. Got some alright movement there. Very slim body. His arm here, robotic arm. Looks good. Like he just fashioned it himself somehow. There. Up isn't that great either. Around. Ooh, careful of that elbow bit. It's quite spiky. Bend there is better than the other side. And there is a movement here. Hand as well. There, movement down at the waist, which is quite good. It's nice waist movement, I'd say. Compared to Neil, yeah, so the same upper half of the bodies. They're in the same diet regimen and workout plan. The belt here seems as if it's glued to the crotch piece, which kind of makes sense, so it's not just floating about like some other figures. Jean-Claude! Jack off. That gets in the way there. But it's good, nonetheless. Twist here at the thigh. Both sides. Goes up. And that goes back there. It's quite good. The ass is hidden by belt accessories. Like this water bottle thing there. And pouches and bomb stuff, whatever they are. See, this here you can remove that, but it does look like it's well, I can't be asked to remove it. Maybe some of the paint has kept it on there. I like all of this. I like how it's different. The right leg to the left leg. Spiky though, so do be aware of that. Not for kids. Definitely not for kids. So many nice little details here. That goes all the way up there. Nice bend. And this one, the robot leg, there. down, up, pivot. There is toe. Mine's a bit stuck. I don't mind being stuck because I don't really use toe articulation that much. But here's his jacket, waistcoat, sleeveless jacket, which looks nice. Those things there, the spikes. It's very hard though, hard plastic. Not that malleable. It is malleable to an extent, enough to be able to put it back on him. So I'll just remove this arm first. Just the one arm you need to remove really. Heat up your joints if you're not so sure. There we go. There's his arm. So we'll just slide this through that arm. Nice and easy. Put this back in. Yeah. Good. There we go. Look how beautiful he looks. Great look. 2 non-trigger hands for holding. Now the box has got a trigger hand on the left and on the right. Pistol here with a blade attachment. Bit plain. You could have done with a wash or some dry brushing. Does the job though. Jack can hold this in these new trigger hands in either the left or this right hand. And he holds it well. Okay, to store this, it stretches out the holster, but I found a way that it doesn't. Put it there, and then put the other bit through the trigger bit there. And that is the best way you're going to get it on there, without it stretching it out. And it works, secures it. Next up, we've got his rifle here. The drill barrel. It's a first for Joytoy, I think. Well done. Again, maybe just a bit plain. There's an ammo cartridge though, which injects a bit of fun with that skull on it. Pretty good. And this just clips in. Although it's already clipped in, so you can clip it out. But yeah, I like that. Very easy to put in the hand. You can even use the other hand to secure it. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend. His wasteland sword here, like it's just made out in the wasteland deserts. You can fit in this holding hand. You can fit it in a trigger one. Made for this one though. Just sits a bit loose in the trigger hand. So good start here. The cult of San Reja and Jack. Joints and parts here are solid for posing. Come a long way since the brittle joints of yesteryear. So congrats Joytoy on improving on those things that they needed to improve on. Come here, Ailee, you're next. So here's Ailee. It's got that kind of Harley Quinn-esque vibes. Taken off her jacket bit, you're left with the sleeves of the jacket. Here's the head sculpt, which is obviously covered by this mask. They all are. Nice design and the colours and the hair, and on the mask itself, this whole figure really. Ears though, look at that. Bit strange. Other side too, even weirder. Like she's been in some battles. Movement on the heads, like barbell joint. Jack works. Slim body. Weathering. A little bit of weathering. This arm, again, doesn't quite go 90, but it's alright. It does what it'll need you to do. Goes around. Nice bend there. Movement there. Hand does the usual. Be good if they added some sleeveless arms as well. Do like those buckles there on the arm. Nice detail. Upper torso movement. Oop, just pop that out. But there is quite a lot. Look at that. Down here by the waist. Using that together. You get some good stretch. Quite different to Jack. Got the same belt stuck on the crotch piece. Jean-Claude Ailee Neil. Movement here, thighs. These actually, you can remove these, but because the way they're done, you'd have to remove them through the knee down there, so I can't be arsed with that. Leg goes up nicely and back there, which is good. Just a bit better than Jack. The double jointed knee bend goes up, almost touches her ass there. Brilliant. Really impressed with all the little details in these figures. Straps. These feet by default are bent up. Let's pivot down, up. There is toe, same again, just stuck by paint or maybe a finish. We'll get on this necklace first, which has got a skull on it. Head pops out with no problems. Just fit that in. Get this back on. Voila. There's a jacket, same as Jack, harder plastic. There was this little bit on in the inside, just part of the reason why I wanted to take it off. It was literally just sitting on the back of this bit on the right hand side. See if you can see there. Doesn't affect that at all. Storage for the sword. Hard plastic at the top, softer at the bottom. As with Jack, just take off one of her arms, whichever you find easiest to take off. There. Slides over. I have to stress when you're doing this, do heat up your figures. Don't be like me. There. Unless you're absolutely confident in playing about and not breaking any limbs. But here's her complete look. Love the way that blue pops. 2 extra hands, also non-trigger holding hands for Ailee. Clean pink Uzi here, some silver detail. She can hold this well in either trigger hand. Nicely. A sniper rifle, which isn't the best. There's a bandage on it. Again, a bit plain. Could have done with some. Oh, no drill barrel there, which is weird. Yeah, could have done with a bit of a wash. But the main thing is, doesn't fit in nicely on the hand because it's quite. Look at that. See, you get it to work, but not ideal. once you get it in a hand, hands, it's not so bad. But it's probably not a weapon I'd use very much with this figure. Maybe I'll find it a new home elsewhere. It's a sword. Pink there. The blade. Change the hand to this holding hand, which is very tiny. It's smaller than the male one. Yeah, okay, this must be the one that they use on the Xing Shan pilot then, because I thought that was a bit small. Just putting this in, it's going to be a bit difficult. There we go. Here we go with a sword. She holds rather well. Sword can be held on the back here, this bit, which you can move. Simply slides in. There you go. And what do we have here? A bunny holding some dynamite. Cute, but deadly. Yeah, it does actually suit her. So far, out of her and Jack, really like these two figures. So far, designs, posing, articulation, I say. Lastly, we'll look at Neil. Taking his headdress bit off and that top torso bit. There's a bit of gappage at the neck area, but I'm not too bothered with that. Goes all the way around and that. So this will be the same as Jack, the top half anyway. Those you can take off and move out of the way if you want. But yeah, it'll be a bit difficult to take this thing off. It can come off, but yeah, you gotta. And I'll leave it. Jean-Claude! Oh, Neil before his balls. Now, for this, look. Right leg is a little bit loose. It's not that bad, but over time that may become a problem. I suggest if you have that problem, do report it. I'll report mine actually to Locker Toys, see if I can get a replacement. It's happened with my Steiner, and now it's just really irking me, so I might get another Steiner figure. That goes up, back there, hindered a little bit by the belt, the leg does like to come out a bit. So yeah, definitely look into that. Look, if you got that problem, get it sorted straight away. Moving to the thigh, both sides. If you're just gonna pose him and then display, then it's not gonna be so bad. But like me, look at that. If you like to play about a lot, then you may have issues. Look, yeah, it's different. The moulding has gone wrong somewhere. So any issues like that, do report back to the vendor you got it from. Here, look, those thigh bits, you can take those off as well if you like. Mine do seem to be stuck a little bit because it's hindered here. Articulation hinders that. I haven't been able to move them up yet. I'll probably try and do that at some point. Yeah, just move it there. Oh, see, Some people try telling me you shouldn't be playing with Joytoy figures, just pose them and then display them. Well, no. If I want to play with my toys, I'll play with my toys, thank you very much. They are articulated toys for adults. And the fact that they're articulated means that you should be able to just move them about without having to worry about bits falling off. Sometimes you get some Joytoy blind fanboyism. No, if there's a problem with something, I'm gonna mention it. It was on my last librarian video. Anyway, yeah, this. So yeah, definitely you have the issues I had with the leg. I get it sorted. Yeah, these bits seems like it's kind of stuck due to the paint applications or finish. Foot here goes down, up, pivots, and the toe again, but again stuck. Which I don't mind. Here's his wolf helmet pelt thing. Goes on the top of his head. Which works out well. Look at that. Like the green in the eye. Great detail. All around. Remove his head so we can put this on. Looks like he's an affiliate of the Space Wolves. Nice and simple. There you go. Oh, see, look. 2 extra holding hands for Neil. This is pistol, which is the exact same we saw for Jack. He holds that well enough. You can store it in the same way. So there, and put that through trigger bit. Voila. Here's a different weapon with a huge blade at the front. So you can either hold it here. Oops, something dropped. There you go, holding in melee mode. This can be also used as a gun. Shooty shooty. Yeah, not bad. If you really wanted to store it, you could put it on like that, I suppose. Doesn't fit in the way the pistol does. Nah. Knife here. Nice little knife. Fits in a hand. And here's his spear. Wasteland Spear Edition. Fits easily in both hands. Lastly is this nice looking shield. Only problem is the handle system. Joytoy have had this problem before with figures with armor bits on their forearms and trying to fit the shield on at the same time. It's just not possible unless you remove the armor bit off. Doesn't work otherwise. What I'll do instead is just have him hold the handle and put that somewhere there and hope for the best. So yeah, Neil has the most accessories but the most problems. The main problem being with the right leg, which hopefully I can get sorted, but out of the 3 he is my least favourite, I think. But we'll do a bit of comparisons and finish up. So here's somewhat of a lazy comparison. I've just bunched up a load of figures together. On the far left, got my custom Space Wolf, followed by Kwai from Joytoy, an earlier Joytoy figure, female one that's quite slim, like Ailee. And we've got Detective Smith from Annex 2179. Behind, we've got the Maritime Camel Bot from Acid Rain, thanks Gunner. And then we have Hero from Annex 2179 with Rigo, and then Death Company Sergeant far right. So, final thoughts. I think just like the 3 Dark Source figures that were released at the beginning of the year, these 3, in particular this figure, Ailee, and Jack, for me personally, will probably appear in my top 2022 of the year. Definitely so far. These guys, brand new molds. The designs are something that we've not seen from Joytoy or in 118 before. Don't think, well, that I have anyway, and has been executed well. Accessories for each figure I love, posability, playability with them. Even this guy is my least favorite. He's got a ton of accessories, and it's just his leg that comes off, that's loose. The design, I like the other 2 designs better, but I still like him. See that leg? That will kind of get to me. Despite that though, as an action figure, he still really works. Really fun to play with. Good option parts. Great paint apps. Just the aesthetic of these 3 works really well. I think Joytoy got the even the colouring right, and it's also got me excited for what may come down the line. We've had teasers now from Joytoy of prototypes that may or may not be from or carrying on from the cult of San Reja. Now my hands-on experience with these definitely amps up my excitement for potential in those. And so with Jack, on any day, it's either him or Ailee that are my favourite. For today and right now, I think Jack for me is my favourite of the 3. From the first prototype that was teased, it was Jack, and yeah, he's lived up to my expectations of him, color wise and accessories. Just the figure itself, very good to play about with. He's got no issues whatsoever from what I've been, my short time with him. Really nice to play about with. Accessories suit him, his guns. Just a fun, solid figure. The only downside I'd say, well, not really a downside, is that the spiky bits. But it's not as bad as like some of the 40k figures, the Chaos Marines, and how spiky they are. But just be aware of that. Definitely not for kids, so don't get your kids playing with these figures. Especially Jack here with his spiky bits. But look at him, just looks so awesome. So anyway, more videos to come. News video be coming hopefully end of the week or the weekend. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for the YouTube algorithm. Check Patreon, YouTube memberships, all that stuff. And I'll skell you later.